What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Buzz Boys. Hornets finally get a win. We end the road trip out with a W. Hate to go 1 for 4 on the road trip, but better than 0 for 5. So, Kelly Oubre, that's all I can say. Kelly Oubre sets a franchise record with 37 points off the bench, previously held by Malika Monk with 36 last year. So the record didn't last for too long. And, what can you say about Oubre, man? He's up, he's down, he's a roller coaster. But, I mean, when he's hot, he's hot. But when he's cold, he's cold. But tonight, man, he's a player of the game. He came through for us. He carried us in that second half. He was hitting shots all night. I mean, 37 points, 5 rebounds, 31 minutes. Like, hey, man, shout out to Kelly Oubre, because he carried us, bro. You got Gordon with 23. LaMelo almost gets the triple-double, 12, 9, and 8. Miles, 10, 9, and 6. It was just an all-around complete game. Terry has 11 and 5, but really, I mean, Kelly Oubre, he willed us to the win, man. Especially considering a couple of runs that the Grizzlies were able to go on where to start the game, they literally started the game like 7 for 7. They weren't missing. They were getting to the post whenever they wanted to. Ja Morant was just getting to his floater over and over and over again. And it was just like, sheesh, this might get ugly. But really kind of as soon as Ja Morant went to the bench, we just started attacking and we went on a 22-0 run. And it was kind of like, oh, damn, we might blow him out. I think we were up 13 at one point. We weren't up nothing too crazy. But, a couple things happened. Technical fouls. It always seems like there's a technical foul or something that just swings the momentum. Basically, the Grizzlies get like a 4-point play and get back into it. Next thing you know, we're down. I think the most we were ever down was like 6, 7. It never got too bad. But we were able to, get the lead back. But we went on about a 6, 7 minute drought again in that third quarter, and it was kind of like a nail biter. Like, oh, we might smoke this game, but we held on. I'm sitting watching the man LaMelo deep 3 clearly got fouled. It was a hard fought win tonight. Cody Martin played good in his limited minutes. I think McDaniels played good in his limited minutes. Everybody contributed tonight, literally. Like, whether the box score shows it or not, everybody that played tonight contributed tonight, and I love that. And it really seemed like Smith is done. We haven't seen him the last 3 games, and seems like it's kind of just going to be that way for a minute. And I have no problem with Rozier getting point guard minutes with LaMelo on the bench. I don't mind that at all. So, I mean, it is what it is. But, yeah, man, dude, and tonight it really could have got bad, man. I got to say shout out to Plumlee, because he didn't foul out. He had 4 fouls, like at the start of the third quarter, early in the third quarter. He got his 4th foul. We put Richards in. He picks up his 4th and 5th foul. I mean, neither one of them fouled out, but Richards didn't play anymore after, Richards got 5 fouls in 10 minutes. I mean, Plumlee was able to play 27 minutes and kind of close that game out for us until we went small. Actually, did Plumlee foul out? Did he foul out at the end? Oh, man, I hate when I can't get all the fucking stats. Google doesn't show everything that I fucking need. I don't think he fouled out, but shit, he might have. Shit. I don't think he did, though. I think he finished with 5. But we did go extremely small in that to close the game out with Miles at the 5, which I didn't really mind. Him and Jaren Jackson battling. Miles had a couple plays where he like really showed Jaren Jackson like who was boss. And I mean, they were roommates at Michigan State, so you know it's always gonna be like that rivalry every time they play. Like, I really know your ass, nigga. Like, this is personal. So, you know, Miles had a monster block on that. He had a monster block, bro. Man, look, I'm really proud how this team came out and played, man. You know, I think defensively we played good. We've gotten away from the man, which I know I personally like. I know the players like. Last year, there's a couple times where players were speaking out. Terry Rozier spoke out. You know, I don't really think we need to be playing man this much. We played zone. We played zone more than any team in the NBA last year. Now, I'm not quite sure where our numbers are this year, but I know we're not playing it nearly as much just watching the game. Like, last year, we were playing zone on necessity. Like, we literally had to. We had to play zone. I mean, I think there were some times where we could have played man, and I felt like Borrego kind of should have been more confident in his players and trusted them more. But, you know, last year there were times where, like, we didn't have no choice. We had to play zone. Now it's like, you know, when you have Martin and Oubre and certain players out there, you know, Miles just took a big step as a perimeter defender, even though I think he was good last year, but it's just Miles has just improved everything. And it's just like, now, okay, we can play man for long stretches. You know, we usually go into a zone coming out of a half or like to start a quarter or something, kind of throw the other team off, and it worked. It worked against the Lakers the other night. They didn't really know how to handle the zone at first once we switched to it in that early in the fourth quarter. And I mean, that basically ended up forcing overtime. But, you know, I think us being able to play man is going to be big because you cannot rely on zone in the NBA. You can't do it. You can't do it. So that's something that I'm glad, like, okay, we're playing man. We're trusting each other on the defensive end. And you see a lot of players talking to each other now, even if it's after the play. You know, you see people coming up to each other, oh, no, I was telling you to do this, I was telling you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, going into the commercial breaks, if you watch the players, they're always talking to each other, walking back to the bench, or just in between plays, free throws, all the time. They're always talking to each other, pointing, saying, oh, you did this, you did that, you do this, do that next time. And that's the shit where it's like that team chemistry, you're going to gel, and that's really what we need. Talking on the defensive end, first off, that's a sign of a leader, and that's a sign of somebody who cares. Because a lot of players who, they take plays off on the defensive end. And I know Borrego's not going to allow that. If you want playing time, you're going to have to play defense. And, you know, I haven't seen any weak link out there that I feel like needs to be benched because of their defensive play. So, you know, I'm proud. I hope we keep going with the man. You know, I didn't like seeing the zone, not as often as we played it. So hopefully we do stick with the man. And, man, look, I was just impressed with the way everybody played. It's just, I'm giving glowing reviews to everybody. Cody Martin made some big plays in the first quarter. Excuse me. In the first half period. I mean, he had 7 and 4 in 20 minutes. He only played 20 minutes, but in those 20 minutes, his impact was felt. You know, I mean, playing passing lanes, you know, just the usual Martin stuff. Getting his hands on passes, getting his hands on the ball, you know, just poking it out, you know, without drawing reach-in fouls. I mean, and hitting the open shot. Like, there was a shot where Mel's on the fast break, throws it to Martin, and he kind of like takes a sidestep dribble and hits the three. And it's like last year or even his rookie year, he's not even taking that shot, let alone making it. So, you know, he's shown big jumps, and that's why he's got the big minute jump as well. And, I mean, look, if Martin plays well, you know, I can't keep screaming book night, book night, book night. But it's times where it's like when he's not doing shit, it's like, hey, you know. And, I mean, tonight I think we still played, I'm pretty sure it's still 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, yeah, we still played 9 players. Yeah, we still played 9 players. So, I mean, do I still think there's room for book night? Yes. You know, because I do truly think we are deep enough to sub 5 in, 5 out. Borrego usually likes to keep one or two starters in with the bench. Usually Gordon. It's usually Gordon and somebody else. I guess he just views Gordon as like that kind of stabilizer, because usually always Gordon and somebody else. Gordon and LaMelo, or Gordon and Terry. Like he just kind of likes to keep Gordon and another person. Or Miles and Melo might be playing with. Excuse me. Miles and Melo might be playing with like Oubre, Richards, and I'm trying to think. Martin sometimes. But, you know, if it's effective, I say go with that. I don't really give a fuck. Like, you can tell when a 5 clicks and when it doesn't. And, you know, there's been some times where it's like Martin and Oubre, I don't really know if they can play together. But, I mean, you throw McDaniels in there, and that kind of changes things at the 4. You know, he had 6.6 rebounds in 22 minutes. You know, nothing crazy, but those 6 rebounds, we need that. You know, we need that. And, I mean, Jalen McDaniels is one of my favorite players, and I've been saying, look, Jalen McDaniels is 6'10". He needs to be in the game, bro. Even if it's for just a little bit, bro. He's 6'10". The Hornets can't afford to have a 6'10" forward sitting on the bench, especially when we struggle with rebounding. But that leads me to my next point with team stats. And now we did lose on the boards, you know, 49-56, but only 49-56, that's not too bad, especially when we had to go small multiple times with our centers damn near both fouling out. So, I mean, now where we really got killed was on the Grizzlies' offensive glass. You know, they had 19 offensive rebounds. And a lot of that, excuse me, I don't know what's going on. A lot of that came in that third quarter where, gosh, excuse me. I don't know why the fuck I keep burping, bro. I just ate some spaghetti, man. I don't know. But really in that third quarter where we went dry and the Grizzlies went on a 19-0 run on their own. And out of that 19, a lot of it was just them getting their own rebound. We couldn't get the fucking ball. And, I mean, you don't never want to almost get doubled 19-9. Well, over. God damn, I'm sorry. That's more than double. You know, on the offensive glass, we had 9 offensive rebounds. They had 19. You know, you never really want to end up there. But, you know, we held our own and ended up, you know, battling and getting the win. But really, we were getting a lot of pressure at the perimeter. The Grizzlies airballed a couple shots. They had a lot of ugly shots because we were closing out. Everybody's run them off the three-point line. I mean, they shot 23% tonight from 3. They only made 9. They took 38. We were 14 for 36. We shoot 41%. That's the difference in the game. And we got to the free throw line a lot tonight, which I love to see, which I feel like is something that we haven't really been, you know, focusing on. Like, get to the free throw line. For the most part, everybody's a good free throw shooter. Get to the free throw line. We got in the bonus early, and it just helped us, you know, and then we go 21 for 24, 87%, which is great because we've been struggling for the free throw line, and it always seems like our opponent doesn't miss at the free throw line. But tonight, the Grizzlies shoot 60% from the free throw line, 23% from 3, 42% from the field. You know, we won in every category. Literally, we won in every category. From the field, we shoot 45, 41, 87, you know, and we had 7 blocks to their 8, but Richards had a couple of blocks. I think he might have had like 2 or 3. I think he might have had 3. Let me see. I think Richards might have had 3 blocks. Let's see. I'm pretty sure he had at least 2 though, for sure. Yeah, he had 2. He had 2 blocks tonight. And I mean, 2 blocks in 10 minutes is good. It's just, if Richards can stay out of foul trouble, man, he can actually be really dependable. And it's just, I mean, he has good hands too. Like, that's one thing about Richards. He has good hands. You know, he's good catch, dunk. He doesn't try to do too much. Plumlee had a couple passes where it's just like, bro, catch the ball. Like, he literally just, he's not as bad as Biz, don't get me wrong. But it was a couple plays where it's like back to back, like just Plumlee Butterfingers. But I mean, the turnover battle, us 17, them 16. But I don't think we really let them get out and run and get too many points off the turnovers, and that's really what matters. 13 steals to 14 steals. You know, we did get sloppy a little bit. It was a couple plays where LaMelo was just trying to kind of force things on a fast break instead of just kind of waiting to get to the half court and slow things down, and that's where some of the turnovers came. But, you know, I trust LaMelo, especially on the break, and, I mean, you kind of can't get mad at somebody for trying to be too aggressive, you know? And when you're trying to throw the ball ahead and trying to, you know, get ahead of the defense, that's being aggressive. You know, I'm trying to get the defense on their heels, and that's how you get easy buckets. So, you know, it's kind of what Borrego was talking about when he was talking about the Manu and LaMelo comparison, where it's just like you kind of just got to let those guys create the things that only they can see and that they can do. You know, just is what it is. But, man, there's a lot of crazy plays tonight. The highlights were amazing. And I knew there was going to be plenty of highlights. I literally tweeted that before the game. I said, I know there's going to be so many highlights in this game. And the Rozier to Miles dunk was insane. And Eric Collins lost his mind. And also, I don't know if anybody heard Eric Collins. He was like a little angel dust on that finish. I don't know what he was talking. It was like a soft layup or something, and Eric Collins said something about some fucking angel dust, and I was just like, what the fuck? I was just like, what the fuck, bro? But, man, I'm really proud of the way that we played, man. And, I mean, look at Miles. You know, LaMelo throwing the lob to Martin. It was just a whole lot. But Kelly Oubre, amazing from three. Like, absolutely amazing, bro. I know I'm kind of all over the place here, but it's just like, bro, I'll see something and it just makes me start talking about that shit. Like, bro, Kelly Oubre tonight, 13 for 17 from the field, 7 of 9 from three. And the thing is, you know, tomorrow night, he might have 4 points. But God damn it, tonight he has 37 and we're going to celebrate him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. But now I'm really looking at his stats right now. And it's like, he'll have 19. Then the next game he has 4. Then he has 17. Then he has 26. The next game he has 2. The next game he has 0. Then he has 9. Then he has 16. Then he has 8. Then he has 37. So it's like, it's really like peaks and valleys with Oubre. Like, he might give you 25, and then the next game, he might give you 5. Like, it's just kind of, you know, it just gotta, you know, you gotta respect him, man. And when he's hot, you know, it makes us that much better because the defense really has to run to close out. Like, because when he's hot. Like, bro, he literally might make well over 50%. Like, he might go 6 for 7 on threes. You got to get out there. So, you know, I'm proud of Oubre tonight, man. And we're approaching 20 minutes, so I'm going to try to wrap it up. You know, that's usually where I try to, you know, that's my little sweet spot on the recording. But, man, I feel like I covered everything. I'm getting a little tired, probably a little delirious up here. But I feel like I covered everything. LaMelo's near triple-double. You know, I'm going to sprinkle some highlights in there throughout. He played amazing. Lots of beautiful passes. Rozier made a lot of small winning plays. You know, Nothing too crazy, but, you know, he hit his threes that he needed to hit at crucial times. He did what he needed to do. Gordon, he's just that silent killer. Like, you just look at the box score later, like, oh, damn, Gordon had 23. Oh, okay, cool, shit. You know what I'm saying? And, I mean, Plumlee 6, 5, and 4. You know, nothing crazy. A little triple single, you know, doing what he needs to do for us. But you know, I'm just bring some highlights here and make it look nice, do what I need to do for y'all. I just wanted to get this out. Had to record, you know, get the win. One thing I will cover real quick, which I did cover in the last video, but y'all might not have watched or heard it. But you know, this homestand, Knicks, Warriors, Wizards, Pacers, those are our next 4 at home. And you kind of look at that, and I'm looking 3-1, 4-0 to be honest. You know, you have the Knicks coming into town, Warriors, Wizards, Pacers. And I'm looking at it like the Knicks, you know, W, especially coming off the Grizzlies win, W. Warriors, you just got licked by them last week. So that's kind of something. Well, not even last week. That was game 1 of this road trip. Well, I guess you could say last week. Yeah, that was the 3rd. So that was literally a week ago. So you get them again. And I think we, you know, get our lick back on them and split that 1-1. Wizards and Pacers, you already beat them. So, I mean, I feel like this is really a chance to go 4-0 at home. Not to say that we will go undefeated, but I think it's definitely possible. And then Hawks, Wizards, Magic, you have those 3 games on the road. And once again, we could sweep that. Or we could go 2-1. We beat the Wizards, beat the Magic, drop 1 to the Hawks at home. Fuck it. That's doable. You can do that. So, once again, we'll see how it plays out. But past 20-minute mark, y'all, I'm going to wrap it up. Catch on the next one, where I will be making a video about this homestand and how I think we will fare, even though you just kind of heard what I said about it. But nevertheless, it will be coming. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for watching, however y'all are hearing this. But I'm out, man. Peace.